Thank you. I can echo what these other two guys have said, and with the addition that, fear is a terrible thing. Fear can strangle any kind of movement, whether it's economically or whether we walk out of the front door in the morning. And it's with uncertainty, people are not going to invest, and that's one of the things that I think what we can do is look at how do we develop a culture that says, you know what, I am going to invest, and I can expect some kind of return on that investment. The equipment is going to do a task, it's going to be productive, and there's value there. But when fear makes us do things like not buy trucks or not buy equipment or not add to facilities, whatever that might be, or add jobs, add people's work and at our places of business, then we can't go forward. Small business is very much has got a strangle. It's got a strangle on us if we operate by fear, and we need some confidence out here that there's things that can happen for the greater good, and this bonus depreciation is one piece of it. The bonus depreciation all in itself will not do us any good. People still have to make money. Businesses have to make money so that they can reinvest into equipment and things like that, and that's why we really need that bonus depreciation along with some other things like whether it be highway bills or water infrastructure, right. Some small business incentives that can help that, and I think too that bonus depreciation can help with a tangible product. I mean, it's something that you can see things are happening. You can put your fingers on it. If we spend money on things that you can't see, that doesn't give anybody any confidence that we're going in the right direction.
Mr. Fessler.
Thank you. That's a great question. For us, we're in the housing industry, and people want houses. People are trying to get them. People work hard to get them. The largest holdup to having people move forward with that today is the availability of credit. The government used to fund roughly 10 to 15% of the houses that were built through Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and a few others. Today, they are 60% of the money that's available for housing. The financial industry has been unwilling to step back into that industry and start lending heavily again. A lot of that is due to the uncertainty of the regulations that are going to get hammered on them, and they don't want to find themselves in a bad place. So there's a lot of holding off on the advancing of credit. That has more to do with the development and growth of our business than anything else right now. Until the financial institutions begin to release funding for the construction business again, construction's going to move very slowly. There's a pent-up demand for it. People want it, but they can't afford it. That's going to be directly related to the job creation we have. We will grow jobs as the economy recovers and people begin to move into housing. We had over 800 employees. Now we have less than 400. Those jobs will come back slowly over time. As far as purchasing of equipment goes, if equipment was more affordable, either through tax incentives or other programs, we would purchase more. We need $800,000 in trucking equipment this year, but our banks will only support us to a level of $600,000. That means we spend more money on baling wire and duct tape. And that's not a very effective way to manage a business, but that's the environment we're in. It's hang on and make things work.
Mr. Sanford.
Thank you. It's unusual. I've never seen these other four gentlemen, but I believe we're living under the same tent. Our anxieties about the economy and the market going forward, and the uncertainty in the marketplace is just amazing to me, especially in my business where we take chunks in assets in millions of dollars with equipment when we make purchases. And without the enactment of a multi-year reauthorization for federal highway transportation bill, extending into the FAA programs and for transit programs, which we do work in all of those areas, there's just too much uncertainty, as Mr. Buddington said, to risk your personal guarantee of your home and your family, as we do day to day, to make investments in equipment, and especially without the bonus depreciation to help in the small way that it would help for us. It's just making those decisions that are almost off the table. And I want to mention the access to credit. Access to credit now seems tougher in our industry as we go forward trying to finance jobs than it's ever been. And I'm watching daily friends and colleagues in our industry go out of business, good businesses that have been in business for 30 and 40 years, because just doing foolish things, trying to cash flow their businesses by bidding in increments below their cost, feeling that they're just going to be able to continue their business through by cash flowing because they say they've got a contract. That's not happening. What they're doing is working themselves directly out of business. And so that's why I mentioned in my remarks earlier that the reauthorization and depreciation, all of these things are like one leg to the three-legged stool. They all got to go in conjunction with each other.
Thank you all.
Mr. Sands, I know that I need to recognize the gentleman, and I will. And will you yield for a second?